TikTok thought arrested for child endangerment. I called this 2 years ago for this particular TikTok thought. We're going to talk about it today. You probably know who it is, who I'm talking about, but let's get into it.
There is no denying that there are many human rights issues that uniquely or disproportionately affect men.
In this country, fathers are not second-class citizens. I know there are a lot of people out there, including judges and probation officers, who still don't get that message, but fathers are not second-class citizens. Sometimes they're actually better parents.
When men are married to women who scream like you, they just want to die sooner.
Hello guys, it's Father's Crisis, and I cannot believe how right I tend to always be. For those of you who followed my TikTok from the beginning, you guys know I've called out specific creators. Joe Robe, who turned out to be a pedophile. I knew he was going to be a predator. I said as much on my channel. Of course, those TikToks got deleted for hate speech. Turns out he's a pedophile. Calvin Brandel, I knew that guy. He was Joe Robe's, bestie. I knew that guy, that kid. He was clearly a predator, clearly trying to make himself seem like a very safe person to be around if you were a female. And he took advantage of that and sexually assaulted, practically raped a woman. And I called that creator out. One of the first creators, though, that I called out was Princxss. That's what she used to be called. She is now known as Digital Princess because Nintendo had to sue her because she was using the Nintendo property. But Digital Princxss, for those of you who don't know, she is has over 2 million, had over 2 million followers on TikTok, and she's a very, very popular girl on OnlyFans, the Hub, those spicy websites. She streams on Twitch, so she makes a lot of money. Let's put that out there. She makes a lot of money selling her body. She's one of these women. And right before she blew up, or right when she was blowing up on TikTok, she blew up pretty early, back when you could advertise these things on TikTok, and TikTok didn't really care, even though a whole bunch of minors are on the app. But let's get kids to go to Pornhub and watch this girl, screw a whole bunch of guys. But she made a couple TikToks bitching and complaining about her ex and her baby daddy, and how terrible father he was and terrible person he was. Now, he probably is, but I made a TikTok, which got deleted off my first account, saying she has no room to talk. She's clearly making bad decisions, when it comes to her lifestyle and how she chooses to make money. That's not conducive to raising children. And a lot of sex workers hate me for saying that. I frankly don't give a damn. But this kind of shows that you have poor decision making. And if you have extended times where you keep on making bad decisions, it probably means that you probably shouldn't be a mother. You shouldn't be a father. You shouldn't be in charge of anybody else's life if your decisions are terrible throughout your life. And not just for your sake, but for that child's sake. And, it was TikTok said something along those lines. It got deleted. Partially why I got banned the first time on TikTok. And what do you know? TikTok star Digital Princxss arrested allegedly left child alone outside. Now, this legally they have to say allegedly. She pretty much flat out admitted that's exactly what she did. So it's this isn't this isn't allegedly. She flat out admitted what she has done. And the news is running wild with this story now. It's made it to the New York Post. That's how popular this girl is for those who aren't on TikTok or don't care about these types of people. And I don't want to focus on the actual action of leaving your child behind alone in the house, which is what she did. I want to go through the way that she tried to make the police officers feel so bad for her when she wasn't even in those types of positions that she says she was. She knew exactly how to pull on the heartstrings of other people in order for her to get away with this despicable thing she just did. So we're going to read the actual police report. This is the actual police report from this incident. So let's go ahead and start reading that. Her real name is Marissa. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name. But her real name is Marissa. I'll just call her Digital Princess for simplicity. Okay. There was a call advised that a neighbor had found a small child outside, approximately 5 years of age, alone and crying. Second neighbor arrived and stayed with the child. When asked where the child lived, the child pointed to the residence at the above address, which had an open door. So obviously the kid got out. Not only did she leave her kid behind, but she left the door wide open. Or left the door unlocked so the kid could get out. Upon arrival, a whole bunch of officers showed up. Child appeared to be unharmed. Officers then cleared the residence. There was no one located in the residence. The officer spoke with a neighbor who was identified as blah, blah, blah. Advised that the child and his family had just moved into the house and that there was a car not present in the driveway that is usually there. This officer located paperwork in the home with a telephone number. The officer made a landline contact with the female who was later identified as Marissa, Digital Princxss, the child's mother, and she advised the officer that she was approximately only 6 minutes away from the residence. That wasn't exactly true. We'll find out. She arrived at the residence wearing a black mini dress, full makeup, to include winged eyeliner, with a bottle of Tide laundry detergent. She identified the child as her son. She initially stated that she had left the house to go get laundry detergent due to needing to clean her child's bed sheets, and had not been gone that long. That's her first big lie right there, is that, and first emotional pull of the heartstrings. Poor single mother just didn't have time to go to the store beforehand and didn't think to, take the child with her, even if it was that late at night. Instead, just leaving him in an unlocked house. Unreal. But, she's pulling out the heartstrings that, I had to run out and just, the child needed new sheets, clean sheets. Digital Princxss advised the officer that she put her child to bed approximately at 10:15 p.m. That's pretty late. Don't get me wrong. There have been times where my kids were up that late if we went to a fair and when they're up. Yeah, but normally that's kind of late. Not a big deal, but still not good. Said that the child was asleep. She left the residence approximately at 10:25. I have a 4 and 6 year old. It's very rare they fall asleep within 10 minutes. They're usually talking to each other or up or, they don't fall asleep right away. That's my kids. This child could be different. but that's usually I would make sure that they were in a deep sleep if I were going to leave my kids, which I would never do. She left at 10:25, going to the 7-Eleven located there to purchase laundry detergent. Digital Princess stated it took approximately 15 minutes to get to the store and that she was returning home when the officers called. Digital Princess arrived back at the residence at 10:58, basically 11 o'clock. She went on to state that she and her son had just moved here from Colorado. Her profession is that of a social media influencer via TikTok and other social media platforms. She sells her vagina. That's why she's popular. That's her influence of the world. Her vagina. That's her big influence. She said she left Colorado due to being stalked and harassed by several fans. More reason not to leave your kid at home. When you have crazy fans like that, probably you want to keep a closer eye on your family. Not leave them in an unlocked house. She further advised that it is just her and her son with no family in the area and no support system, which is why she had to leave him alone. No, she didn't. Let's assume that she was actually going out to get laundry detergent. She did not need to leave him at home with the front door unlocked so he could get out. Unless he's a very smart boy, knows how to use keys and found the keys and opened up the door. I just... It's crazy to me. She did not need to leave him there. She could have taken him. If right now it is 11 o'clock at night, and if I desperately needed to go get something, and had to leave this house right now, I'd have to wake up my kids and they'd have to come with me. And they would. They could sleep in the car. Bad, sucks. Sucks for them, but better than leaving them home alone. These officers are pretty smart. They due to inconsistencies, Digital Princess's account of events, attire, and makeup that is not usually conducive to a late night run to the convenience store, that's to say the least. The fact that so-and-so's bed had a set of sheets on them, and the size of the laundry detergent not being readily available at most convenience stores and the bottle being half empty. Okay. It is clear that this woman left her 5-year-old or 6-year-old home alone to get some dick. That's what she did. She went to go have intercourse with a man who she probably didn't know very well, a stranger probably, because she didn't feel comfortable enough inviting him over when the child was asleep. So, this whole story is just completely bad. And so she probably got interrupted when the cops called and probably grabbed some laundry detergent from this dude's house or wherever she was to make it seem like she ran out to go get laundry detergent. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see what the hell's going on here. So the officers read Digital Princess Miranda's rights from a department-issued pre-printed card. She was advised that she said that she understood her rights and would speak to officers. The officer questioned if there was a receipt or some way for Digital Princess to demonstrate that she had purchased the laundry detergent tonight. She advised that there was no receipt and that she had paid cash, of course. When asked if she would show up on camera at the location and time she stated she was at the store, she began to hesitate and advised that she wanted to be truthful. Yep, she was caught in a lie. She knew it. Now, so here's what actually happened, and this is according to her. Digital Princess provided the following account of events post Miranda, which means all the stuff that will be used against her, and was recorded on a body camera. So I highly doubt the cop is making anything up here. Digital Princess put her son to bed at approximately 9 p.m., then left the residence to go meet with a friend who is located at this place, left the residence at 9:27, and traveled 11 miles, 17 minutes per Google Maps away from the residence to the stated location. Digital Princess stated that she made a mistake and that it was selfish. Now this is another manipulative tactic of partially taking responsibility to make you seem more of a sympathetic person. Oh, you are someone who takes responsibility. But we all know that's crap. Digital Princess advised that the home does not have cameras and that she had no way of checking on her son to make sure he was okay. Digital Princess stated that she did not buy the detergent, that it had been in the trunk of her vehicle. She advised that her mother, aunt, and cousin live across the street in a different subdivision. So she had family support. She had family support. She lied about that. Again, why? To tug on the heartstrings of officers. Officer, I have no support system, officer. I'm just a social media influencer, even though I make tens of thousands of dollars per month selling my porn. She shows on her Instagram and all this stuff buying a brand new like $80,000 car, but she can't buy the expensive baby monitors to make sure her kid is okay. You know, you can have there's ones on that you can have an app that the baby monitors go to your cell phone app. She didn't even think like, oh, she's probably done this before, left her kid by himself, and she didn't even get one of those expensive baby monitors where she could check up on him. All this money to buy a brand new car, but can't buy a baby monitor with a video link when you go out for your D appointment. Now listen to this. Digital Princess advised that her son has not been officially diagnosed as autistic, but exhibits behaviors and patterns consistent with being on the spectrum. Now she tried to make this seem like she should be pitied. Oh, you have not only is your son, are you a single mom, but your son is autistic possibly. That makes it 10 times worse that she left him alone. That makes it worse. And then she can't even fully say that he's diagnosed with autism. I think, like, I know for ADD they can't diagnose until the kid is 6 years old, but I don't know what it would be for autism, but you would think she would have a better answer on that. Digital Princess anxiety made her be, and she felt the need to cover up her story to try and stay out of trouble. That's what guilty people do. They make up stories in order not to get in trouble. She is a typical person who is unable to take accountability for their actions, and this just completely shows these type of women shouldn't have children. Digital Princess provided contact information for her mother, the son's grandmother. Due to the nature of the call, the sergeant notified Fort Myers Police Department Detective Division, and the detective arrived on scene. Digital Princess's mother, identified as whatever, arrived to the scene to take custody of the child. And as far as I know, hopefully, the grandmother still has custody. Digital Princess had moved down with her son 2 to 3 weeks, and that the entire family is in the process of moving into the area. She had so much money, she was just helping her family move to the area. That's a good support system. I mean, I'm sure her, mother and her aunt was mooching off that lifestyle of, porn princess. Just too bad she was too embarrassed to take the kid across the street or say, "Hey, Mom, I'm going for my D appointment. Can you come over and watch so-and-so while I go get effed?" Couldn't do that, too. And just to say, like, the worst thing is she ended up making an apology video, which is now taken down because why wouldn't it be by now? Made an apology video, not even an apology video. She basically has said in this video that people are taking things out of context and not to believe everything you read on the internet. Well, here's the police report. Here's the full-blown police report. And you were recorded to basically say how bad you lied. You left your kid for over an hour. You put him to bed at 9. You said you left at 9:30. Okay. Yeah, right. And you actually left him longer because you didn't get back until 11. So if you put him at bed at 9 and left at 9:30 and you didn't get back until 11, that's an hour and a half. An hour and a half. And the only reason why you got there was probably because you got a phone call. The police called you. Who knows how much longer you would have been gone. And then she has this bullshit excuse. Oh, I'm a single mom. My kid's autistic. He doesn't have clean sheets. I had to go get laundry detergent, even though I put him in bed and I need to clean the sheets. Sheets were fine, and obviously it was all a ruse. She went out to get screwed by some dude. She probably, again, like I said, probably did not feel comfortable inviting him over because that would be the responsible thing to do. I mean, if you wanted to have sex that bad, you could have invited him over, but of course you don't want to do that if you don't know who the person is. That's the problem with like this hookup culture crap and porn just at our fingertips. It makes people dumb. It really does. It makes people dumb. And she Digital Princess is what, 24, 25 years old? She should know better. I mean, she should know better. I know 14-year-olds know not to leave a 6-year-old by themselves. 14-year-olds know that. But not her. She's a great parent, And I remember when I got so much crap, so many comments that people saying who cares if she's doing that. She's taking care of her kid. Doesn't look like it. This shows that she hasn't been. You can give money to the most irresponsible people in the world and they will still be irresponsible. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. And like I said, called this out over a year and a half ago, probably 2 years now, almost. I called this out. People said I was a terrible person for demeaning her as a mother. Well, she did it now. I don't even need to say nothing no more. And here's my next prediction. At least I'll have this forever. I guarantee you she will not see one day in jail other than, she probably went to jail that night and posted bail. But she won't see jail. She'll get 6 months to a year probation and have to take parenting classes And if she doesn't get custody immediately, she'll get full custody again once she completes those parent classes. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. And the father's probably not ever going to be contacted. The father, I don't know who the father, obviously I don't know who her baby daddy is. He probably could be just as bad, if not worse. But I'm sure he's not going to get a chance to raise this kid instead. They're gonna leave that kid with her. That's what's gonna end up happening. She'll get a max year probation, and probably, like I said, be forced to take parenting classes, and that'll be it. And then she'll get full custody once those parenting classes or her probation's over. I mean, that's my prediction, because we know that women, mothers, get infinite chances. No matter how bad or how often they screw up, they get almost infinite chances, no matter how bad they are. And it goes without saying, if this was a father who left his kid home alone to go have random sex with some random girl for over an hour, we know dang well he would never have custody of those kids again. He'd probably never see them. If he was lucky, he would get supervised visits until they were teenagers over this incident. But I guarantee you this won't happen to her. She'll have full custody again within six months to a year, whenever her probation's over or her parenting classes are over, if that's even what she ends up getting. And and it's sad that it's going to be that way. And people wanted to, say I was such a horrible person to assume she was a bad mom because she was on OnlyFans and, promoting it so much. If 2 years ago, the vast majority of people on TikTok were kids. People under 18. And, she was literally telling people to go to Pornhub. And there's no way to filter, still today, there's no way to filter out young adults to see your stuff. And she was telling people, go find me here. Here's my name. Go see me do this stuff. To kids who, 13 years old, that shows poor decision making. That shows a lack of moral values. So what? Leave your kid at home. Who cares? I tell 13-year-olds go look at my Pornhub. I mean, that's what she was doing. And because I stood up and said, because she's advertising this is good. Like, why are you guys why is she so? I just could not understand why she was just so popular. That everyone loved her and all this stuff when she was clearly lacked any type of morality, and it shows. And we all went to high school and knew the kids who were going to be screw ups who ended up being screw ups. People know by your actions. What were her actions? Telling people, including children, to go find her on the hub. And download her OnlyFans. But she had the balls to talk crap on her baby daddy, on her ex. Well, you're the one with charges now. Who knows about him? But you're the one with child endangerment charges now. And it should be worse. It should be way worse. If you're a woman, if you're a young lady, do not look up to people like this. You have so much more value to the world than to take pictures of what's between your legs and sell them for $5 for a Big Mac. That's what these women are doing. They're selling their goods. They're actually selling themselves, and then bitch that they get treated like objects. I know sometimes tend to crap on women, especially bad ones and bad mothers. But women in general have much higher value than just what they can sell on OnlyFans. And when you start doing that, you devalue yourself so much, and it just leads to more and more poor decisions. This is a case in point. Well, I mean, I've ranted long enough, and I know a lot of other creators and people have talked about this at length. So I won't go too much further. But if you aren't following, please like, subscribe, comment. I'm on all my other social medias. I'll leave my link tree and other ways you can find me. I have merch, all this stuff. It's been a while since I did a YouTube video, so I definitely wanted to upload it, a new one finally, and this just seemed like a good topic to start doing YouTube again. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Again, like I said, please like and follow, and we'll talk to you next time. See ya.